I'm Jordan Reed from Stylelist Home, and today I'm here with Kyle Schuneman, who's going to tell me how he transformed this cramped little New York City apartment into a beautiful, very coastal chic space. I really like it.
Well, thank you.
What did you do?
Well, Arle, who lives here, she's very much a California native, very eco-friendly, and she loves the coast. So that's kind of where we built our inspiration from, because she didn't really know what she liked, but it's always good to use that as a good starting point.
Start with what
you
person's
know.
going to be living there.
Yeah,
wants,
and sometimes they might not know what their design style is so much, but they'll know, like, I like this favorite bar, or I like this favorite landscape. So sometimes that's a good starting point.
I want to point, this looks like seashells. Is that intentional?
Yeah,
Did I make that up?
so this is actually a stenciled wall. I know, which is actually pretty rad. The idea is that renters can't do wallpaper, so this is an easy solution that you can totally do yourself for the exact same amount of paint as if you were to paint it solid, but it gives you so much more interest because this space doesn't really have much architecture like most New York rentals. So that really gives like a dimension to all the furniture.
And a really nice focal point to the whole room. I really like it.
Yeah, so we kind of kept with that that palette, you know, like soft blues, grays, creams, and greens, and we just kind of kept that throughout. Since it's a small space, we want to, you know, not make too much contrast happen so that it can really feel calming for her.
So everything in here, it's really nice. It looks kind of pricey.
Right.
Is this affordable, the kind of style overhaul you did here?
Whole look stuff is all at least 50% off, sometimes as much as 75% off.
And I thought they were just fashion, but they actually have a home.
No, they have an amazing home style section, actually.
Very nice.
Yeah, because you're working with companies that are wholesale that you couldn't get otherwise. So what's interesting about it is it's kind of like you get to become your own designer. You know, as a designer, I'm able to go to wholesale, but not the public. And Haute Look really is that middle person.
That's what I like. I feel like a home, I always say this, I feel like a home should look collected and not decorated. And that's exactly what you're saying that you're looking for. So what would your top 3 tips for like big style buck in a small space be?
Well, I think number 1 is extra seating is always key in a small space. When people stop by, you really want that extra poof, those side chairs, little things that can be tucked away and then brought out. And I really like mixing those patterns. You know, I think that's really important to kind of layer it. Haute Look has all, you know, great rugs, great chairs, and all that stuff. So you can really kind of layer things, and you know, poofs and side chairs, they can be tucked away and then just brought out, so you're not like sitting on a windowsill or, you know, a table. And so it's great that you don't always have to have it, but when you need it, it's there.
Okay.
And I think another big tip is people often layer colors, but they don't think about texture. And texture is just as important. We use different woods and metals and glass and all these different objects that really kind of make a space unique and layered and feel like someone lives there. And
what's your third tip?
I think my third tip is always to go bold. I think apartment renters are just like so beat down by this idea that they don't live in the space, so I'm just going to paint my
fix it up?
and I'll just live in beige walls and not express myself. And the book that's coming out for me in August that I'm doing, called The First Apartment Book, is all about, thank you, is all about pushing that personality. So I really try to work with clients and say, you know, be yourself and do your own thing. You might have this tiny square footage, but it's yours, so express yourself.
Great. Well, thank you so much. Thank you. These were fantastic tips for big style in a very small space.
And a little budget.
And a very little budget. I'm Jordan Reed, and I will see you next time on Stylelist Home. Thank you for watching.